Hey, this is Dustin Neely from Church Planning for the Rest of Us, and I'm here with my friend Casey Cease, who is the president of Lucid Books. And this is a fascinating story. Tell us a little bit about how you set this company up and what it's designed to do.
Sure. I had a mentor of mine that knew I was a missionary at heart, church planner, and he said, hey, I have this concept for publishing books that really keeps the author in mind as opposed to the company in mind. And I said, well, how are you going to make any money? And he went on to explain to me this idea and vision of producing these books with high quality, but also giving authors a lot of say and also keeping the rights in their own name. And so we created Lucid Books with the author in mind. It's a partnership publisher, which a lot of people are kind of wondering, are you a traditional publisher? And in some respects, we're more like a traditional publisher. And other people ask, are you a self-print, self-publishing, vanity publisher? And then there's some ways we're a little bit like that, but really partnership publishing is a bit more unique in that we have the full distribution channels that a traditional publisher would have. We have some marketing arms that a traditional publisher would have, but we also have more patience with the timeline of a book. We understand that there's a long tail these days in book sales. Right. We also understand the importance of being nimble in digital book production and sales, on top of just the traditional sales avenues of the bookstore.
Yeah. So for the packages that you guys offer, tell us how you break that down.
Yeah, basically we have a set standard package for most of our guys, and we give a discount to pastors who are writing because we want them to be able to resource their churches. But we have a standard package which includes cover design, interior layout, barcodes, distribution, digital formatting for books, look inside on Amazon. So you get good placement on Amazon, and you get the additional benefits of having the look inside feature, which actually helps your book give people opportunity there. We do the full distribution, iBook, Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, and the other readers as well. And so all that comes with a package fee, and then from there, then we have other opportunities. We can create websites and help with social media marketing as well. But that's an additional package.
Sure. Well, who are some of the authors that you've already handled at this point?
The former head coach of the Houston Oilers, Bum Phillips. He was in the Love You Blue stage era. Pastor John Pizzagna, who was a former head pastor for over 30 years at Houston's First Baptist Church. Anita Wood, who was Don Piper's The 90 Minutes in Heaven. She and her husband were the ones that found him on the bridge, and she was actually just interviewed for Nightline.
Wow.
And so she'll be featured on Nightline in July. And so God's blessed us. And another feature that brings up is the cooperation of our authors coming together. One of the differences with vanity publishers is they'll publish anything. As long as you don't, have certain, crazy things in it, they'll publish you. For us, we have a little bit higher standard. Now, we're not strictly Reformed or strictly, certain theological branches, but it can't be anti-Christian or just heresy. So we do have some standards there.
Well, that's good. Well, where do you want to see this company go in the next few years?
Yeah, I'd love to see more and more of you out there publishing books with us so that we can help continue the story. God has provided lots of opportunity for us to see people share their experiences, their life experience, stories, fiction, nonfiction, and we want to be an avenue where authors really get off to a great start.
That's great.
And we want to help, if it comes to a place where authors are picked up by a traditional publisher, that's awesome. But also we want to give them the freedom to make the most money they can from their books.
Yeah, well, let's finish on that. Now, tell me a little bit about that split, because that's a lot of things that guys don't know. They think publishing is publishing, and sometimes you make less money with a larger publisher than this way.
Yeah, you look at buybacks. Most publishing companies do buybacks around 20%, 35%, something of that nature. So, you pay 65% of what the book retails for. What we do is we typically try to keep buyback roughly around the 50% mark of buyback. So if you have a $15 book, one book would be $7, and then the more you buy, the less you have to pay per book. Right, and so automatically you're making a profit there. Same thing with online distribution. For the cost of the book, and then what we do is we split the royalties half and half. So it's truly a partnership, as opposed to just getting like 10 cents for a book or 15 cents for a book. You're making a buck or two in mass distribution, which is really pretty nice.
Sure. Well, for a guy that hears this and this piques their interest, how would they find out more about Lucid Books?
You go to lucidbooks.net. It's lucidbooks.net, and you can also follow us on Twitter at @lucid_books. And connect with us there, and of course I think through your blog we'll be doing some advertising as well. So you can find us through our friend Dustin and Church Planning for the Rest of Us.